song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. In every life we have some trouble. When you worry you make it double. Don't worry, be happy. 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 Ain't got no place to lay your head. Somebody came and took your bed. Don't worry, be happy. The landlord said your rent is late. He may have to litigate. Don't worry, be happy.
Look at me, I'm happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Hey, I gave you my in-laws phone number. When you worry, call them. They'll make you happy.
Hey, don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Ain't got no cash, ain't got no style. Ain't got no gal to make you smile. Don't worry, be happy. 'Cause when you worry your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
All right, now I want to show you guys exactly what I did to not only just learn the song, but take it apart piece by piece right on my computer on a screen recording. So you can see exactly what I do to pull off what I did. Let's go ahead and take a look on the screen. So the first thing I did was I downloaded the song through iTunes and I listened to it. And then I downloaded a MIDI file. And I've talked about this before to students and when I teach. But you can see here, Bobby McFerrin, Don't Worry, Be Happy, MIDI file. Of course, you need some way to be able to read the file. So GarageBand gives me the ability to do that. We can go ahead and slide the MIDI file directly into GarageBand. So what I often like to do is go through and change these to piano, because not every MIDI not every software that reads MIDI interprets it the way that the original writer or maker wanted it to sound like. So I just use piano because I don't have a lot of downloaded files for the MIDI interface. So I just go to, I find out what's what here. Let's go ahead and listen to this. You can see it sounds kind of weird, right? So let's just, let's make these piano. Okay, so I finally got the MIDI file to where I can understand it more by changing up the instrumentation so I can go in and actually see what I'm doing. So one of the most helpful things I discovered through this MIDI file was the bass line, because, well, naturally we don't just know the bass unless you're a natural at it or you're a bass player. So I could go through, you can see, and hear. And I believe this bass line follows exactly the way he sings it. Now, I didn't do that in my song because it didn't quite match what I was doing. He sang the song a cappella, so therefore it kind of matched. So whenever I tried to do that, it didn't work, so I couldn't exactly copy and paste this onto mine. I had to use a MIDI keyboard to fill that out on my tunes. So anyway, this is how I did it. I went through and I looked at the individual parts of the song, and of course all the different harmonies as well. So for example, here we have the whistle part right here, and then below that you have, I'm going to skip forward a little bit, there's the harmony, so I can single that out. Hear that? Do 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 do, and then I would practice against that. It's a great way to take a song apart and know exactly what each note is without having to decipher it through the MP3 file. Now this is the actual recording that I used for the video. So you see I have my upright bass up here, and I can single that out and show you. Now, like I said, I played this on my MIDI keyboard, and it's a little keyboard that plugs into the computer, and it allows me to play electronic sounds. So I don't have an upright bass, so this is my way of doing it. I'm going to raise the volume here so you can hear it. And it doesn't sound like much unless you put it with the rest of the song. What I wanted to show you here in particular, though, was there's a bit of effects in the original tune that I kind of wanted to imitate. So let's first go to the whistling. So I look at what I've got here. Down here, I added a channel EQ to the whistling, and I wanted to kind of brighten it up a little bit. So you can see here on the equalizer, I brought the lows down, dropped a section of the mid, and really raised up here because he kind of has a thinner sound to it. At least from what I could tell, these modern mics pick up a lot of mids, and I kind of wanted to make the mic sound a little older, so I raised it up there. Same way with the whistling harmony, it's almost exactly the same. But more importantly here is the echo. You can see I've added that, and the reverb. I'm not going to go into explaining the particulars of this, but let me just go ahead and listen to, we're on lead vocal, so let's single this out and listen to it.
Here's a little song I wrote.
Now let's take off these effects here, and now listen to it.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note.
Let's turn them on.
Don't worry.
There's the reverb.
Be happy.
No, we don't want chorus. We want this one. There we go.
In every life we have some trouble.
So we have a little bit of echo in there because in the original track he actually has some of that echo. So I was just trying to imitate the sound as much as I could, and that adds to the way it sounds, and it really makes a difference. Because if you don't do any graphics equalization, if you don't add any effects, it makes a big difference. It can sound muddy, it doesn't sound as clean, it doesn't sound like it goes as well with all the instrumentation. A lot of that's trial and error. Yeah, if you guys got any questions in particular, though, I can certainly answer them in the comments or in another vlog post. Maybe something to do with how I recorded it with the video, which here, I want to show you that. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We'll minimize this, and we'll go down here to iMovie. It's taking a little while. All right, come on. All right, here we are in the actual movie. So you can see I have a lot of little clips that I had to shoot because I did it in pieces so that I could piece all the different frames together down here below. So you can see I have the track here at the bottom, and I used the shot closest to me as the main camera angle, and then I just pasted all the other ones on top of it. So this took me a couple hours, 2-3 hours to put together as well. So there is a bit of work involved, but this is what it takes. And if you have some stick-to-itiveness and you practice and practice and practice, I mean, as far as actually working on the project as compared to practicing for the project, it's about 5 times as much practice as actual working on the project itself. And what I mean by that is I had to practice a lot compared to how much time it actually took me to put the recording together and edit the video, but also learning the software, audio effects, and anything else that's going to come with this process of learning. But this is what it takes, and I'm happy with the results. I hope you guys learned something. If you got questions about specific things that I've done regarding the recording or the video, please let me know in the comments below. So in order to get good at something, you have to practice a lot and just stick to it, even if it takes you a while. That music video I just shot took me several days to learn and to put all the parts together and figure out how to do it. That's how I teach myself. If you want to learn something, I would suggest using somebody else's work as a platform. All of what we do in art or work or creativity is really based off of what other people have already done. It's just like putting here at disc golf. In order to putt like this, I had to watch other people do it. I had to watch YouTube videos. I had to read up on how to do it. This is work that other people have already done for me. So that's how I base my learning off of. I find something else I like and I try to imitate it. And in the process, I create my own thing because I'm me. And I'm not Bobby McFerrin. And so I've learned a lot the past few days. It's taken me a lot of work to get that, but it's paid off in the end. Speaking of disc golf, this past week, Kelsey and I went up to the IDGC, that's the International Disc Golf Center, to shoot a practice round. I'll be playing in a tournament there next week, and really grateful she got some of this footage for me. But I just also want to say, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've been enjoying my videos. If you have been, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this in the future, go ahead and subscribe. You can also find me on Facebook as Matthew Dickerson Musician, the Dulcimer Guy. And like I've said in the past, if you guys have any comments, please leave them below. Until the next video, have a great day.